Karina, Lily, for your birthday week, we have Puff the Magic Dragon. Puff the Magic Dragon. Let's take a look. See Puff? So, Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Little Jackie Paper loved that rascal Puff and brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Together they would travel on a boat with billowed sails. Jackie kept a lookout perch on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princesses would blow wherever they came. Pirate ships would lower their flag when Puff roared out his name. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in an autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. A dragon lives forever, but not so little girls and boys. Painted wings and gigantic rings make way for other toys. One great night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff the mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. He heard how his head was bent in sorrow, green scales fell like the rain. Puff no longer went to play along the cherry lane. Without his lifelong friend, Puff could not be brave. So Puff that mighty dragon sadly slipped into his cave. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea and frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Over the years, Puff the Magic Dragon has changed a lot for me because of thousands of stories people have told me and my singing partners after our Peter, Paul, and Mary concerts. They've shared how the song moved them as children, how it made them cry, and how they've sang it to their own children and grandchildren. Puff has appeared to me both childlike and wise, a king, but also a willing follower of just about any bright spirit and that inspired him. Puff gives his whole heart and soul to one special friend, Jackie Paper, and though it is terribly painful when Jackie grows up and has to leave, Puff has given Jackie the strength and courage he needs to believe in himself when he goes back to the real world. One day, as you can see in the end of this book, a new and special friend comes to Honolulu to play with Puff. In this way, Puff and Jackie's friendship continue through the new child like you. I love the spirit of Honolulu's gentleness, which offers rest and peace to all who come to know it. You can feel the spirit of this book, the beautiful illustrations, and you can also hear it in the very special versions of Puff that I recorded with my daughter Bethany. I'm so pleased for you to meet her, just as Puff will be very pleased to meet you as you wander through the new amazing book. Peter Yarrow. I was once on an island of Cantanu with my family and friends, and we came across a gigantic lava cave on the edge of Honolulu Bay. My friend asked me how I came to see Puff the Magic Dragon here, and I told him the truth. I have never heard of Honolulu, and I have no idea it has a cave fit for a dragon. I can't explain it, and like so much of my life, this is another mystery to accept and enjoy. Puff the Magic Dragon has become part of our culture, and every day of my life I wonder how it was that I came to play a part in this creation. There are many what ifs along the way to Puff. I left a poem in Peter Yarrow's typewriter and had added some new lyrics and turned it into a song. If I had taken what I have written seriously, I would have kept that piece of paper, and paper might not never have sent it. And if Peter hadn't met Paul and Mary, it probably that nobody would have ever heard of Puff. I think of Puff as a gift, as much for me as for you. So I would like to thank you, the reader, for making Puff what he is today. Lenny Lipton. So that is from the authors who wrote this book. Mama always liked that song. I used to sing that song actually to you, but I always needed the disc to sing it all the way through. But Puff the Magic Dragon has been around for a really long time, and Mama has always liked it. So for the 11th, we have Miss Goosey Gander Goslings. Mrs. Goosey's Gander Gosling off to have a swim. Flap and waddle to the lake, splash, they all jump in. Mrs. Goosey's Gander's Goslings follow in a line, dip and puddle through the water. One is far behind. Mrs. Goosey Gander's Goslings swimming for the shore, honk and scramble up the bank, safely home once more. And let's see what's in our poem book for today. It is Try, Try Again. 'Tis a lesson you should heed. Try, try again. If at first you don't succeed, try, try again. Then your courage should appear. For if you will preserve, you will conquer. Never fear. Try, try again. Baby, in this life, you really do just need to, like, not everything works out the way you think it's going to, right? Not everything works out, but you hope it works out. You hope until the very last second. You never give up. And then when it doesn't work out the way that you think it's going to, you have to pick up the pieces and you kind of have to try again. You know, life is hard. It's so hard, and it's not fair, and it's never going to be fair. However, as long as you don't give up and you realize life is short, right? So you don't want to waste your time. And, you know, you want to keep going until the very end, because this life is short and we don't know what's going to happen next, right? We hope that there's going to be a heaven, and we hope that God's going to be with us. Like, I hope there's a heaven, and I hope that God's with us, and, you know, I hope that I get to see my father again, and I get to see my children, and, you know, have that piece of heaven with us. We have heaven inside of our hearts, right? We have that contentment inside of our hearts. God knows our hearts, and he knows what we think, and he knows who and what we are. He knows us better than anybody else, right? So we have to trust that things are eventually going to be okay. Even if they're not okay right now in this second, you have to give things time. Give things 6 months, right? 3 months is a little bit too short. 9 months is a little bit too long. But if we give things 6 months at a time, and we run our lives like, okay, in 6 months things are going to be better. In 6 months things are going to be different, because your life is going to be so different in 6 months, right? Like, right now you're in school, and, you know, and then it's April, May, June, July, August, September. You're going to be going back to school again, right? But you're going to be in a new grade. It's going to be a new teacher, new experiences, new everything, right? So every 6 months your life is so different. And, you know, your life is that much more, you know, advanced and growing and better. Like, I just love you. And I just want you to know how much I love you. Let's do... Oh, say, your playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies 3, climb up my apple tree, shout down my rain barrel, slide down my cellar door, and we'll be jolly friends forevermore, more, more. It was a sunny day, she could not go out to play. She said with tearful eyes, my dolly's got the flu. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I ain't got no rain barrel, I ain't got no cellar door, but we'll be jolly friends forevermore, more, more. Karina baby, I hope that you're enjoying your birthday week, and I hope that you're doing everything that you want to be doing. I love you, and I miss you. You know, if I was there with you, I'd be doing anything that you wanted to do with you, whether that was paint, or colors, or clay, or Play-Doh, or going out someplace and doing something. You know, that's what I was doing when I was with you. Every single day was just something special for you. Because that's what mamas do. Mamas cater to their babies, and they try and have everything special for their baby. I love you.